Welcome back into the NJCAA Network for JUCO Cover 3. It's been too long. Zach McKinstry with Alan Edward. We're back to talk some more junior college football. And Alan, good to see you again.
Oh, yes, sir, man. It felt like it's been so long, man, but we back at it now.
Well, a couple weeks ago, we talked a little bit about it, but we were talking about Holmes, and you said they deserve their respect. They went out and earned it against number 14 Itawamba on Thursday. Had to rally back. We're down at the half, down in the fourth quarter, and then put together 13 points in the final 15 minutes, including a walk-off field goal to win it. Quarterback Chase Richardson was phenomenal. What do you like about this Holmes Bulldogs team, and do they have the potential to win the Mississippi League?
Oh, yeah, for sure. The one thing I could say about, Holmes, they show you that they can fight when it comes to down to the tough games. That's the number one thing I see. Last year, they were 6-3 last year, and now they're 7-0. So they're showing you, they're proving you that they can be a great football team. Like I said, when I saw that they were 9 rankings, they was ranked low. I was like, no, they deserve to be up there because they're showing why they need to be there.
Yeah, and they're doing it with their quarterback, Chase Richardson. He had 320 total yards, 3 touchdowns against Itawamba, and he's got 18 total touchdowns, only 4 interceptions on the season this year. What have you liked about him?
Oh man, Chase. Again, he's a freshman. He's coming fresh out of high school, and obviously to put him on the field and just to trust a freshman and just go out and play great football, man, that's something big you need to learn about him. And for sure, we'll be hearing about him next year when it's time for him to leave.
Yeah, well, moving to another big ranked matchup, we had number 5 Garden City, another team that's kind of been quiet up into this point, but they're a sneaky one-loss team. They are 6-1 and picked up a big win on the road at Butler on Thursday, or on Saturday rather. DeJuan Lacey was the big name in that one, 173 total yards and a pair of touchdowns. Garden City's a team that has been raising some eyebrows for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's another team I spoke about last week at the end of our segment. Garden City, I knew they were going to climb up. They just started off slow, but now they're trying to get back to who they were. And shout out to Coach Harris, who also coached me when I was at Independence. And I'm not surprised at what he's doing. The Juan, his name sounds so familiar. And I had looked him up, and he was from Dallas, and he went to North Crowley. And North Crowley, they breed dogs, so I'm not surprised what he's doing at Garden City because that's cool alone just breed dogs, and shout out to him for sure. He's just got to keep going.
Yeah, versatile too, getting it done in the run game and in the pass game for Lacey. And then you mentioned Coach Harris in his first year with Garden City has turned around that team pretty quickly, and they're a team to watch moving into the final games of the season. Speaking of that, we have some huge matchups for playoff implications this weekend. The first one is number 2 Iowa Western. They travel to number 5 Garden City. And there you go. That matchup, each of those teams with 1 loss. Loser pretty much out of the playoff, barring any other losses down the rest of the stretch. So that's the first game to look at. And then another one, number 3 Georgia Military at number 4 Snow. Another top 4 matchup with 2 independent schools that each have 1 loss. So what are your predictions for those 2 matchups, and how do you think it's going to play out in the playoff race?
Oh man, I'm iffy about the first 2, GC and Iowa Western. That game, the team that plays the perfect with the less turnovers will win that game. I can honestly say that. Both teams are great on both sides of the ball, and they're great on the special team side too. But the team with the less mistakes will win that game for sure. I can't predict that game.
Yeah, that one was going to be too tight to call for sure. It's a lot of fun down the stretch with those 2 teams, and then yeah, Georgia Military and Snow. We've talked about both of them already this season, both with impressive wins and impressive schedules, and this is the biggest game of the season for those 2 independent schools. So excited to see how that plays out. Late night on Saturday, 9 p.m. on the East Coast. So if you're up, be sure to tune into that one. But that's all I had for you, Alan. It's going to be fun down the stretch, and I'm excited to see how this JUCO season plays out.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you having me.